37 Gooch, 5 for Atherton, Hick out without scoring, Lamb 1 and Ramprakash 24. The not-out batsman and the one standing between the saving the follow-on and the West Indies bowlers, Smith and Russell. Ambrose 2 for 20, a wonderful spell yesterday, and Courtney Walsh also bowled extremely well. 1 for 38 from 13 overs for him. Now the situation in the match, England need a further 110 runs to avoid the follow-on. We join play in the first over. It's the 5th ball. Marshall is the bowler. He's coming into Robin Smith, and no runs have been added.
Again, length was the problem. Robin Smith cutting a ball that was much too far up. As we guessed, Curtly Ambrose is going to be the bowler. Now, Jack Russell, left-handed. There'll be 3 slips in a gully and a short square leg. Oh, it's in the air and it just escapes Logie. And with a strange reflex, Jack Russell set off for a single. It simply wasn't there. Eric Pringle had it up, Philip de Freitas. Runs in this.
Wow, Raymond, that went quickly. Yes, the grass on the outfield is very, very short indeed. There's hardly any grass on it, and it really is quick.
23 not out overnight.
Well, it was very noticeable here that Curtly Ambrose ran in a bit quicker. Super bouncer, very straight over the stumps. Yes, this is good bowling from Curtly Ambrose. He's really going after Robin Smith. He's the last of the recognised batsmen.
Great effort there from Logie. And the climax of a great piece of bowling from Curtly Ambrose. The 2 bouncers.
Well, you see here it goes quickly to his right. Never quite got it in his hand. It seemed to hit the heel of his hand.
West Indies are well aware that this pair need dislodging. That's what he's been waiting for, and he's tried it on 2 or 3 occasions. There's another no ball. But that is the strength of Robin Smith at its very best. And that also brings up the 50 partnership.
A lovely shot there from Jack Russell. Beautifully timed.
Ian Allen comes on, took his first wicket in Test cricket yesterday. This is his 11th over. Always a bit of a problem for the bowler coming right arm over the wicket, bowling to a left-hander. He must pitch it in line with the stumps.
Yeah, he's bowling it from wideish of the crease, but I would say that pitched on and went back into him, and that was a good shout. Shot there, and not often that Jack Russell hits it so straight. He usually plays it very square, but that's going through extra cover. Desmond Haynes doing the chasing again.
Double bowling change. Ian Allen having come on the nursery end. Curtly Ambrose has gone through his required spell. It's to be Courtney Walsh who bowled so well yesterday afternoon. It's a fierce square cut. We got one away of Marshall early on. But that was a lovely shot.
There's Smith again. It's a shot he waits for. It's as much a square drive as a square cut.
Well, you can just sense the confidence growing in Robin Smith. He's looking all the time for this shot. As I said earlier, he's missed one or two, but he's not missing them now.
That is the nastiest sort of delivery, and one really against which Russell has got very little defence. That's a good shot. There's control in that. And what a gutsy innings this is from Russell. He knows he's going to get peppered. He knows that the West Indies fancy him with the short stuff. He's standing up to it, and then he can play a shot like this.
Yes, and for me, that's a super performance by Jack Russell and Robin Smith, and they've won, I should say, about the first 6 rounds this morning, because it's forced the West Indies in the form of Vivian Richards to change the bowling and bring on the spin of Hooper.
Oh, that's Smith at his best. The footwork there was absolutely copybook. The timing was wonderful.
Yes, I think Ian Allen has had his 14 overs have been bowled from the nursery end. And I think Vivian Richards trying something, because they're not getting the breakthrough. This is not what he expected. He's going to try anything different.
Well, that's different. A real good pull shot out of the middle. And there's nobody in world cricket hits that particular shot harder than Robin Smith. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. And that's what a bowling change can bring. Jack Russell disappointed, but it's a fine effort. Caught at the wicket off the bowling of Carl Hooper for 46. That ends a 6-wicket partnership of 96. And England, 10 minutes before lunch, 180 for 6.
Vivian Richards getting the off-spinner to bowl into that rough area, causing to put that into Jack Russell's mind.
New batsman Derek Pringle. Ian Allen to Robin Smith. No ball called, but irrespective of the call, Smith was already into the shot. His favourite.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered whether it was a no ball or not.
Oh, that may be out. Oh, now that is surprising, because Logie was not really coming forward as he usually is. It was in the air a long while, and Logie will be very disappointed.
Well, this ball from Ian Allen surprised Pringle. Just a little bit quicker. It was onto him a bit faster and bouncier, and it was up in the air an enormous length of time. Watch the ball come just a bit quicker. It's up there, it's up there. Logie's on his heels, he's not coming in, and he's just too late.
Robin Smith's highest score against West Indies. Lovely shot before.
Well, Robin Smith taking up the challenge again straight after lunch. This is how he played just before lunch. His confidence was high. Gorgeous back foot shot.
No ball called, but apart from that, it was a devilish delivery. It left Robin Smith lifted.
Yes, Kirtley Ambrose here being very aggressive right onto that ridge, making Robin Smith fence at the ball.
Marshall now to Pringle.
It's a very good stroke. Ambrose is coming around from long leg. $200 up. 220 is the figure in all needed by England to avoid the follow-on. So another 19 runs to go.
Catch it was shouted. Now, at what height did that go through the slips for 4?
Well, nothing worse for a bowler than you're really pressing to get that follow on and blow up place forward.
No ball called, and Smith's gone for the 2. Oh, a better throw over the top of the stumps, and that might have been a real struggle. Kirtley Ambrose. That's a wonderful shot. And that really just about crowns Malcolm Marshall's frustration at the end of this over. Kirtley Ambrose now to Derek Pringle. There's runs, 2 of them. Pringle looking at and getting the 3rd, and that's it. The crowd know. Ambrose knows. And the England balcony knows. So, target number 1 achieved. Follow-on avoided. Nearly halfway through this test match, and really it's all set for a terrific last 2 or 3 days. Well, Smith knew that was coming. He got this sort of treatment in Antigua from Courtney Walsh. There he is, he's having a word, Kirtley Ambrose, a smile, but I don't think there's too much humour there at the moment.
And that's the 50 partnership between Derek Pringle and Robin Smith. Ian Allen now comes back from the nursery end. 232 for 6. Pringle is 16. And Robin Smith 87. They've realised a 50 partnership. Allen to Pringle. It was aimed for mid-off, but it's 4 runs anyway. That's a good shot by Derek Pringle. First one, he's really gone through the line. Played straight down the ground for 4 runs.
Derek Pringle's confidence starting to grow now, playing his shots.
So at 248 for 6, the new ball has been taken now by Courtney Walsh.
the 250 comes up for England, the loss of 6 wickets.
He needs one now.
Well, this is just the sort of shot he's been playing lately. Beautiful timing, it rushed down the hill.
I can assure you that is quite a comeback from what happened to Robin Smith in Australia, and it is a great innings. This is Ian Allen. Well, Simmons might get it. Does. And Allen has claimed another wicket. It was a good effort from Phil Simmons there. Had ground to make. And that was the breakthrough West Indies needed so badly.
Bangling short, halfway down, well wide. Really, that was the problem. It'd have been far better trying to square cut that delivery, but trying to pull it, didn't get far enough across. Straightforward catch to mid-on.
Marshall now to De Freitas. There we are. That's the danger of giving good striker like De Freitas giving singles to get him on strike. Perfectly capable of rattling up a quick 20 or 30 runs. Well, there's another good-looking shot. And England now starting to prosper. And that West Indies lead shrinking all the time. And he's pitched it up and he's gone for another 4. Brings the 300 up.
Number 1 in the Deloitte ratings. 363 wickets. Remarkable strike rate. The great average. Just wrong-footed, Ian Allen. Allen was starting off to take it in his left hand. Suddenly found it was a yard quicker than he first thought. Stroke. And he wouldn't have thought, the way Philip De Freitas started, that he'd be able to battle his way back to be 28. But it's been a terrific performance. And that's caught behind. De Freitas goes. It's 3:16 for 8 now. De Freitas out for 29. Marshall had a frustrating time there, but finally gained the wicket. But once again, a very, very handy partnership for England. Good fighting cricket.
Yes, I think Marshall was just really looking disinterested there, and another couple of overs, I think that would have been it. But yeah, pretty good delivery. It ran away from De Freitas. Good length delivery. He's played very, very well. That was just what England wanted. Well, 100 behind now, more or less, and that's a tremendous performance from these later order England batsmen.
The batsman is Steve Watkin. Now the field is scattered for Robin Smith taking a strike. They've got two men behind point, one just behind the line at square, and the other an orthodox third man. I tell you, that went like a rocket.
Well, this is a shot of the test match. Absolutely murdered this, short and wide and whack. And Desmond Haynes on the boundary had about 10 yards to move and couldn't get near it.
Worth paying your money just to see that. Wasn't that a marvellous shot? It came down on the rope in the slide, Phil Simmons.
So if West Indies could wrap this England innings up in the next 3 or 4 overs, extend that lead, tomorrow's fourth day crowd see a really great day's cricket. Well, that's one from Marshall to Watkin. Tail end rabbit or not, he thinks he's been here long enough.
Yes, and it was an awkward sort of short ball because it never quite got up. Watch the bounce of the ball, Steve Watkin ducking, quite rightly, but the ball hardly goes over the top of the stumps, and that does make it difficult, particularly if you're a tail ender, you know, expected to bat like a batsman.
Got that one away. That's a wonderfully judged shot. He just let the pace of the ball do it, and it was as delicate a stroke as he's played.
Yes, it was a nice, deliberately played shot. He's looking to get it through that gap. I think there's an element of luck as well. He got it a bit on the top edge of the bat, and it flew over where second slip would have been. It's quite safe. He's trying to get it somewhere in the gully area, and it finds the fine edge and flies over slips.
And included in those 21 balls, 2 full overs from Malcolm Marshall, so limited tail ender he might be, but he's gutsed it out. Well, he'll have what he wants for that. Kirtley's hands are on his hips. There we see the fall of wickets from the 5th one onwards, and again that's disrupted the West Indies' usual success rate of 1 wicket leading to 2 or 3. Not today. Lovely shot, and not a hint of a slog about that, and that takes Robin Smith to his highest score for England, beating his 143 against Australia at Old Trafford 2 years ago.
Yes, another of those attempted Yorkers by Courtney Walsh, and it's just a low full toss that is put away quite neatly and tidily with a very straightish mid-on.
It's his 19th 4. Shot. Brings up the 350 for England, and Smith is playing this to tactical perfection.
This is just simply tiredness on the bowler's part. Another easy full toss for a man who's well over 100 runs, just to put this away quite neatly and tidily. 2 full tosses in the over by Courtney Walsh.
That's bowled him, and finally Watkin is out. No need to reproach him. Applause from the crowd for as much for the performance of Watkin as for Curtly Ambrose. It's a gallant effort from England's number 10. 3:53 for 9. Ball didn't do a lot except hit that off stump. But Devon Malcolm. That's bowled him. That's bowled him. Kirtley's got his man. Devon in slow motion still doesn't want to go, but the right number of bails aren't there, I'm afraid. And good fast bowling from Curtly Ambrose. He's deserved that, but hero of the day will be Robin Smith. Unbeaten on 148 with England 65 behind, and just listen to this ovation for that man there, Robin Smith.
A wonderful ovation and richly deserved too. Robin Smith 148. Super partnerships with Smith and Russell, then Smith and Pringle, Smith and de Freitas, and a brave effort from Steve Watkin, who came in there and helped Smith along towards the end. Although he only made 6, it was a very valuable performance. Malcolm out without scoring, 23 extras, 354. Bear in mind, England started the day at 110 for 5, so they added 244, and this man remained 148 not out. A super performance. He defied everything the West Indian bowlers could throw at him. Ambrose finished with 4 for 87, Marshall 2 for 78, and was unlucky. Walsh 1 for 90, Allen 2 for 88 on his debut, and Hooper 1 for 10. And this was the state of the match at that stage. West Indies led by 65 runs, 419 to 354.